So hello back everyone, I am now on the road to the urchin track and I'm currently looking at it. So this video I'm just going to sort of take it as the way it is and just sort of document what I'm doing. I'm not trying to film anything in particular besides like doing the urchin track and then camping. I am a little bit nervous because this is the first time where I'm going to be camping by myself in the bush. A little bit nervous for that, but also excited because it's just going to spark new things. So I stopped in at Mitre 10, got myself an axe so I can start a fire. Also, I've got a little Temu buy. So my Temu buy is a hammock. So I'm going to be sleeping in a hammock. I hope it doesn't rain or shower tonight because otherwise that's going to suck. I've been on keto for a while, on and off, and then I did have a cheat night last night. I'm currently with some sushi that I'm going to eat before I start, which is probably going to slow my hike down and probably get like a stitch or cramps or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy my sushi, look at the urchin track from here, and then I'm going to get up there and start. Last time I got here in the last video, I showed you guys a pretty good spot. So behind me, you can kind of see it. I'm going to have to rotate the camera, but yeah, there's Mount Ruapehu. Been going for maybe an hour now, I think. The track's been like that a lot of the way. Ruapehu, Mount Nauhoi, with the Tongariro crossing to the right. So I've made it to Waipakahi River turn off. Last time I thought that was Tongariro River, but that's where I'm planning on camping. It's windy at the moment, so just going to go over this ridge. So could continue on, but I don't have 5 hours left. I've done 6.5 kilometers in under 2 hours. It's been 1 hour and 54 minutes. And just sort of thought I'll stop now while I'm heading down to the river, because once I'm down at the river, that's it for the day. I'm going to set up camp, prepare myself a fire for later, then get into some fishing, maybe go for a swim. On the ridge it was feeling a bit cold, and I checked the temperature while I had reception. It's going to get to 3 degrees in the morning, so it will get pretty cold in the hammock. But I've got a nice sleeping bag, which is about 20 years old. It's made for 0 degrees, so I should be okay with a couple of layers on. But I'm going to chill out for lunch. I've got some scrub me mix, and then I'm going to head down. I haven't had any water really since I started, so kind of some of that, otherwise I'll dehydrate. And I think it's pretty safe to drink the water from the river down here, so yeah, I'll see you guys when I'm down there pretty much. So I'm currently walking up the river. Of course it starts to get a little bit windy when I go to record, but apparently there's no trout here, but there are small fish, so I might be lucky to catch something small. But at the moment I'm walking up the river and I'm trying to find a nice place that's kind of sheltered from the wind, and find some 2 trees to park my hammock up, and then I'm going to set up camp for the night and just enjoy the rest of the day. It's about 3 o'clock now in the afternoon, probably the warmest part of the day, and I found a pretty cool pool. There's quite a few around this area, and this place is spectacular, so gonna just chill, find a spot, and then bring you guys along with me on the journey, really. This spot's pretty cool. Yeah, and the pool. Yeah, awesome. Love New Zealand place. I saw one hunter before, I had a yarn with him for a while. He's going up the Thunderbolt. I'm kind of just walking along the river, probably past it. Gonna find a spot for my hammock. So I sort of dropped my bag in, sat by the river, and then went for a bit of a walk, just to have a bit of a look. And I think I found a spot. Nice little clearing. People have sat here before. Found a tree I might be able to tie my hammock to. So this could be a good spot. And I'll set up and I'll just go for a walk around the river. Bum, 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 bum. So, I hope I don't fall out of the tree. Campsite is done. Took me a while to set this up because I was trying different knots and I'm still not 100% sure with my knots. All I know it's going to be cold tonight, so I'm going to put the sleeping bag in there. I'm going to start working on a fire. What is the time? I don't know what the time is now. I think it's close to 4 o'clock, so I'm going to sort myself out because I've got a few hours until the sun's down. I'm going to enjoy a fire, and yeah, I had to chop up some of my rope with the axe I brought just to shorten it up so I can tie it up on either side of the tree. But we have got there. It seemed to have worked. If I fall out of the tree tonight, I will let you know. I am a little bit high off the ground, about 1 metre off the ground, so I hope if it does fall, it doesn't fall fast, gradual. Getting my drink cold while I go do a few casts in the stream, and then sunset's not far away, probably another hour. It's going to be under that ridge, so I'm going to splash around for half an hour, finish collecting firewood, and light the fire. So I've been sitting here and I just saw 2 birds fly up the river, all the way up, like airplanes following the river. And then they flew back down and I was like, I wish I was filming it. So I've got my phone on the ready in case they come back. I don't know what kind of birds they were. They weren't ducks. They're kind of long necks too, but wow. Just when you just sit here and enjoy the nature and listen to everything. New Zealand's really well preserved, and that's why I love New Zealand. Like, you can just get out, you can do this stuff. There's, oh, here they come again. So I went and brought a carabiner before I came here, when I stopped in Turangi. I thought it would come in useful to carry my spare shoes on my bag, but now they're coming in useful to dry out my shoes. So these shoes are spare shoes for when I'm going through the rivers. The hunter that I met, he said he uses Crocs, which actually makes more sense, and they're probably lighter, but they do the job to get through rivers, things like that. I just wear them bare feet in the shoes, so I don't get the socks all wet. Now I'm going to go on a lion hunt, I should say log hunt, firewood. The sun looks like still, I thought it was an hour before, I think it's still got another hour. I don't think it sets till 7:30, and it's about 6 o'clock now, so I've got a bit of time. It's going to be an early night. I can see myself going to sleep at 8 o'clock. Oh, there's another bird flying by. It's a fucking seagull. Seagull flying through the Kaimanawas. Crikey. Crikey dingo. Good thing in New Zealand we don't have snakes. But But we're going to go on a bit of a hunt and a bit of an exploration, explore the area, get to know it a bit more. I've pinned it to my Google Maps as a reference for a place to camp in the future if I want to. I'm trying to decide if I want to carry on. So back this way is the way back up the Urchin. So that big peak that you see behind me is around the peak next to the Urchin. Now, if I want to go around, which could be a full day of walking, because I still have to do the road that I came in on, I can go up around the valley and up and around, but I don't know if I want to do that. Or I go up to this peak up here in the morning, I go and summit that, which you go up here. That's the Thunderbolt. So long as I don't get shot, that will be better. Alright, I had one can of bourbon and my head is spinning. All I've eaten today is that sushi, and a handful of scroggin or scrubby mix. But I think the one over there that I was thinking of is going to be higher than the one yesterday. Alright, no more dwelling, let's go get firewood, otherwise I'm going to be cold. Before I do anything, I should probably give you a bit more of an introduction to my crib for today. So this is MCTV Cribs, I think that's what it used to be on the TV. So we have our front lawn over here, hasn't been mown in a while, but as you come through we have, I think they're called shingles that you have in the front porch. They go ting ting ting. Yeah, we've got that. Got our fireplace right here. Got my bag and my fishing rod and my axe all sorted there. And then what we have here is my hammock. Now overall, this is my foyer for the next 8 hours or 9 hours or 10 hours, I don't know, but there's a stream that runs by. It's quite peaceful, I like it. Could be some spooky demons coming from this way, but we'll watch out for demons tonight. It could be a bit scary. The old Kiwi might come out and get me. Alright, I'm getting distracted. So just having a test fire to see what works. What's going to be the best fire lighter and the dry sticks. I think I've got what I think I know what I need. So it's 6 o'clock. Sun is setting and collecting driftwood. The sun is pretty much only just setting behind me now, behind that ridge. So the sun will actually be fully set in probably an hour, even though it's been 2 hours since I said it was going to set. The water's looking crystal. I'm probably going to go for a swim in the morning. Still collecting some driftwood. I found that's going to be the driest. And then I might take a couple more rocks up with me to build a bit of a fort around my fire. I cleared some of the bush that was around it to try like mitigate not having a bushfire. And it's pretty sheltered where I am, so should be pretty good with the fire going. I'm going to do a little bit more of exploration before that sun actually, the light goes down. This is what I go through all the time to get back to my base. So yeah, I'll update you guys in probably at about 7 o'clock or when the fire's going. So this is the stream that I found before. I'm just going to follow it up and see where it goes. So when I was doing the time lapse, I sort of walked around for a little bit and then I went and laid in the hammock. I'm pretty confident with the knots. I laid there for about 10 minutes and I've faffed around a little bit for a little bit longer. So now I am going to just light this fire, burn it, and then also fill up my water bottle from the river. I think it's pretty safe. And just gonna have a fire and then crash out, play Pokemon on my phone. I got one of those emulators on my phone to play some of the old Pokemon. Might do a few more cinematic sort of things. And then as soon as it gets dark, I'm just gonna crash out. It's actually pretty comfy in there, but I'll give you a bit of a review later on. I've had to put some insect repellent on too because there's a lot of sandflies coming around now this time of the evening. So yeah, the odd fly because there is a lot of like goat poo around as well. So there's goats, probably deer and all that. I've seen some prints around too, so I didn't stock up with a lot of firewood because I don't really need it. I've got my sleeping bag. It's still feeling pretty warm, to be honest, and I'm pretty sheltered from the wind here, so I should be okay for the night. So alright guys, you probably won't hear from me for a while. I'm just gonna sort of chill, relax, and I'll show you what I cleared out before. I'll do it now. So there was like a bit of a bush here, as you can see. It's been whacked away. I've cleared it, got my fire sort of sorted. I don't know how well it's gonna light. I've watched Outdoor Boys and he's done it in the middle of like snow, but a lot of the stuff is wet, so it's hard to find dry stuff. I've broken it up as much as I could with my axe, and yeah, I'm just gonna chill out. I haven't really created a seat for myself either, so it's a bit of a shame. I wonder if I can bring up a big old rock I'm gonna sit on. I'm gonna do that and then light the fire. So it's obviously going to be a little bit smoky when it starts because it is wet and there's a lot of green in there, but I don't know how well this fire is going to burn. I picked up some previously tried burning logs too, so we're just gonna monitor it and find out. My water bottle's nearby if it gets out of hand. I don't think it's going to get out of hand, but we'll see how this thing burns. It seems to be cracking all right. Got me little mix. Yeah, I've got a bit of old cardboard in there as well from previous big bender nights. No, not big benders, but accumulated over time. So I'm inside my cocoon for the evening, and I'm just going to game and then switch out. The fire didn't really go too well. Yeah, so just everything's a bit too wet. It was going for a little while and then I just let it go out. So I'm in here with my water bottle, listen to the river, and I think this is pretty steady. I'm in a good spot, but I thought it was going to be pretty comfortable to sleep in, but I don't think it's going to be. I can only really sleep in one position and it's rocking, so I'll give you an update tomorrow how this is like. I've got a bit of a headache, so I'm probably a little bit dehydrated, to be honest. So just gonna chill and zone out and probably sleep. So it's 6:10 in the morning. It's been a pretty average sleep. Been waking up every like hour or 2 hours. Cold, scrunched up, cramp, uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm going to be getting up soon. I'm just going to lay for a little while and just listen to the birds, then get up. So it's got it down to bed now, and it wasn't the comfortable sleep that I thought I was going to get, not going to lie. Mainly because your legs are up high, you're on like a weird like V-shape angle, I did manage to curl up on my side as like a ball to try warm up, because like the more spread out I was, the cold I was getting. If I did it again, I'd definitely wear more layers. I had more layers in my bag, I just didn't want to get out of bed because it was cold. So I just curled up like a ball, woke up every couple of hours and dealt with it. Yeah, I tried lighting another fire this morning, but there was no luck. It's too wet. So I'm unpacking now. Packing my bags, and then I'm going to start walking back early. I was going to hang out for the day, but no, I'm just going to walk back and get back earlier on. It's just down by the river. I just thought I'd practice some casts. Definitely no fish out around here, but I'm just sort of distracting myself from the thought of, I said I was going to get in the water, so I'm going to get in the water, have a swim, probably be cold, and then I'm going to start walking back. I'm going to have to get some clothes ready to jump into, some warm clothes. I'm going to be cold after this, so alright, I will think about doing that. Nah, too cold, fuck that. I decided, fuck it, I'm not going for a swim. I put my feet in, it was a bit cold, and I already have to do that, cross the river 3 times on the way back. And I'm already put wet shoes on, my toes are going numb already, so I'm going to try to do this quickly, record a little bit. I packed down my rod because I'm not going to fish anymore because I can't see anything. So yeah, alright, wish me luck on my journey back home. Beautiful morning though. It's 7:30 now, and I have just put my dry shoes back on, and I'm done my final river crossing, and I'm about to head back up to the urchin track and head over. So I'm just going to take one last look at the valley, eat a little bit of my mix, scruffy mix or whatever, and then I'm just going to start hiking up. That'll be my breakfast. 7:30 now, it'll be 8, 9, maybe about 10 o'clock by the time I get back to the car. Picturesque, the valley, but while the morning sun's coming over the ridge, I hopefully should be up on the ridge. It's probably only 5 minutes away from hitting me. Oh well, but still get a nice morning view from the top. I'll be at the top by 8:30, I think. It's up in the bush. Can't see it. Oh. I spooked it, but there's a deer standing right here. Far out. It's sort of the first wild deer I've seen. It's 8:20 now. I can see the summit to where I'm walking to. There is where it's come from. I can't talk when I've been walking uphill for this long. You can see the top of Mount Rapay in the distance behind the cloud. That's awesome. I've reached the summit part. I changed my clothing because this is a bit thinner than what I was wearing before, the cotton. So yeah, I'm at the summit. Just going to walk to the urchin tree, and then I'm going to have my break there. I was going to have a break there, but now that I'm at the top, I'm moving okay. So just going to keep going. It's about 9 o'clock now, and I feel forked. But I made it to the urchin tree. Oh, the sweat on my back is feeling so cold. Oh, I'm going to head back down to the car. Probably won't record until I'm there and close out the video. I'm just going to chill. There's a view. I just can't see Mount Ruapehu or Nauhoi because they're behind cloud. So, great morning though. Brilliant. Got the hardest part out of the day done. Oh, so I'm back in the car. I finished at 10 o'clock like I said I would. Pretty much spot on the dot, 10 o'clock. So I'm pretty happy that my timing was right. Walked at a pretty good pace. I need to put a shirt back on. I took it off because I was hot and it was wet and I didn't want to get sweat on my seat. But I'm going to reward myself with a mochaccino. I have been like doing keto this weekend. I guess it's just another cheat weekend, but I'm going to reward myself with a big treat because I've done a big walk as well, and I was just distracted by a magpie, and then I'll be back on the keto from Monday. But I've also given up smoking. It's been almost a week now, so that's a good start. Alright guys, I will probably see you in the next video. You will probably see a small snippet of my mochaccino and potentially a beer. I don't think I'll get a beer this time in the morning.